Hello everyone, this is Ella10. Welcome back to another video. Today we have our second video of my manga review series, and today will be another Demon Slayer manga review. I have been trying to record this. This is like my fifth time now, but my camera, which is my phone, every time I'm nearly done with the video or I'm getting around to the middle of me explaining my review, it crashes and I can't have the video saved. So I'm gonna be a little fast with this review today. I'm sorry, it's just that I keep on trying and trying and trying, but yet nothing is working. So before we get into this video, just to let you know, a quick spoiler alert for you anime fans out there. If you have only watched the anime, do not watch this video. Just click off the video. Now, before I started to read volume 14, I was told by a friend of mine that this volume, no, my bad, not this volume, that after they fought the upper rank 6 demons, that after that it will be rushed. And I didn't really want to put that into my head when I read these volumes, and I just wanted to just see what's going on. But I did not think about that throughout the entire manga volume until I got to the end, where even I myself was thinking about it. I'm like, dang, this is a bit fast. And then I remembered what my friend told me about how this got fast. He's finished the entire series, the Japanese series, so I'm going as for what's been English translated. I already know that other people have already translated it, but I just kind of want to go from the volumes that are actually published. So this volume basically revolves around Genya, Muchiro, and Mitsuri. Most of this volume revolves around Muchiro, on how his backstory, on how he became such a young prodigy and such a young Hashira, even younger than Tanjiro. If I'm correct, Tanjiro's 14 currently in this volume, and Muchiro is 12. And Muchiro already became a Hashira, and a damn good one, by the way. So basically, you get to see the backstory on how Muchiro basically became such a powerful Hashira, and what he went through that made him so kind of grim and dark at such a young age. And you got to see what happened with him and his brother and his family. That really makes you feel bad and really makes you feel like just hurt, knowing that such a young kid went through such things during his young age, and instead of trying to live as a little child and during his childhood, which he should be now, he ended up just going through all this stuff. And because he had this such a power without even realizing it, with katanas and the swords, it was just awesome to see. And you could honestly see why he had such a dark and grim outlook on the world. And it's not just him being a jerk, it's just he honestly does care for people, but yet it's not the same as he used to be, on how empathetic he used to be on the outside. And when he's trying to fight these demons, it's secretly just him fighting for himself and the others around him, but yet he just doesn't want to be the way that he was before, because it's almost like he feels like if he is like that, then he will lose that person. And I just think that was really cool to see. That is basically gonna be the good part of this volume. Another part about this is the second major character in here, which is Mitsuri. She's a really good and unique character for the Hashiras and for any character in the Demon Slayer Corps, because on how kind of negative and how grim and dark this show slash mangaka can be, and on how she puts a different perspective on it. But yet, at the same time, this is what's so good about Kimetsu no Yaiba, is that he's so good with the characters that he's able to make it to where like you can see how they became that, even though they're in their certain circumstances and situations throughout their lives. And that's what's so good about this story. But one thing that I did not enjoy about this manga volume is that she has this sword that is very unique. It's a very whip like sword. Now I know that sounds weird to say, but you know, just go with it. It's an anime, it's a manga. Um it's basically a very long type of whip, but yet with the strength of a sword, which is insane if you think about it. But yet she's the only one able to wield it because of how difficult it is. Because maybe you might throw it back to yourself with a regular whip and just like do that and just throw it. But yeah, with this wasn't just like the strength of a sword and it's like the sharpness of a sword. If you were to do that, you basically be just cutting yourself just for it. So it's a very hard sword to master, and that's one thing that Masuri is able to master, making it her own sword. And I think that was a very cool trait and unique character thing with her. Except the thing is that when she used her love forms, it wasn't really special compared to the other ones, such as fire, water, wind, mist. This one was basically nothing special with it. What I mean by that is that both like water, when they would like attack, you could see like the beauty coming out of the sword almost, and it's very nice to see it. While in the love breathing form, you really don't see anything like that. You don't see any like love in it. It's mostly just a short sword showing off, you know what I'm saying? And this basically shows the exact same moves quite often, even though it's a different breathing form. It's just the same moves, just in like maybe like a different pattern or a different like way it hits. There's nothing really special with it. Basically the sword revolves around her. There's nothing with her breathing form that makes it special. And that's something that I felt like that it was creative lacking within the story. And you could say, oh Brandon, you're just trying to be judgmental, like you don't understand, maybe there's something more. Well, I know that. It's just for such a long fight that she was going through and still is going through and not showing anything, I'm just like, And that's the same for the villain as well, that she's fighting, the upper rank 6. He as well is using the same kind of attack, which is like a dragon coming out. And it's like the same thing, but just in a different way. It's like, oh, a dragon's attacking me. Oh my god, the dragon can stretch, and it's just more dragons coming out. And then whenever Matsuri's about to attack, he just puts out more dragons, and all there is dragons, and it's just so lackluster. There's nothing else, and he really hasn't done anything else. And other than that, that's like really his special move, and it seems very creative, lackluster. And this is where I feel like that the author of Kimetsu no Yaiba or Demon Slayer, I feel like he's being rushed, because this is during the time where his volumes are getting extremely popular and they're blowing up. And I feel like that Shonen Jump, if I'm correct, yes, Shonen Jump is just rushing this guy to do more volumes. If I'm correct, he did a volume every month in Japan, which is insane. It should be like, if I'm correct, there should be like a chapter a week, and there's multiple chapters in this. So I feel like that they're rushing this guy, and I think that maybe that's what's gonna happen throughout the series. Another thing is that I feel like nothing's changing within the story with its conflicts and its climaxes. It's always the same thing where I feel like it's just gonna be, oh, I'm very injured, but I can do this. And what I mean by that is that in both anime and manga, I've always noticed this even before this volume, but now it's starting to get on my nerves a little bit, on where the character it's both bad and good guys. They get extremely injured. They are at their breaking point. They're like, oh my god, my lungs collapse. Oh, both of my arms are broken. Both of my legs are broken. I shouldn't move. but I'm stronger. And that's not even for like Tanjiro. That's for every single character that's been going through this. Only one that I haven't seen so far that's been going through that. It's Missouri. That's it. Every other character has been through something that it's like you're not even supposed to be alive, and it just doesn't make any sense on how they are still able to go. It's just not logical. He's trying to make it to where it's like, oh, you're a human, just good at sword skills, but yet it's just not like that. It's not reasonable. It's very exaggerated, and it's not only that, but it's so repetitive now to the point that I'm just kind of getting tired of it, and I just don't know what's gonna happen with the series continuing forward. And one last thing is that both volumes 13 and 14 have nearly the exact same ending, where they were trying to fight the upper ranked demon and they were trying to cut off its head. The first one ended with it trying to cut off its head. They got the sword to his neck. Didn't happen. Same thing with this one. They're trying to cut off his head, and I'm telling you right now, I will bet all my money that he will not die. It's just I don't really like that they keep on going with that. It makes no sense. Feels to me that he's just going on a loop with everything, with the climaxes and the ending in the volumes. Feels to me that he's being rushed, and I just really am starting to get a little worried with this manga series. So there's my pros and cons with this story. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please do leave a like. That'll be very much appreciated. Have a good one, guys.